Okay, we are back with Road to Glory. Um, yeah, I do. I'll show you this. So I only play two stages, and usually the video will go about like roughly 25 minutes. Most of the time I go to 30. Um, like mentally, like deep down, my subconscious, it's saying, it's like you know what, like please, make sure it's at 30 minutes like your videos. But the reason why I have it at 30 minutes is because of like when I played MLB The Show, one pitching session for opening pitcher. It's about 24 minutes, but usually the video will end up being like 30 minutes. So when I progress through the games, that's how much I could take of like something I genuinely like don't that's really tough and it's hard to do and I need to focus. It is usually something within that time, like 24 minutes is something I could do. That's just for me personally. That's how I study. Um, but these games, like I wanted to make it like 30 minutes, but like I could do three. We could do three stages, but I would have to be blazing through these things. Like I wouldn't really have time to talk or anything like that. Most of you guys are probably like, "Oh, please," but that's just how I roll. And then for the racing, I thought of it the same way too. Like when I was playing Supercross, um, I would play the track. I believe 3 times. I would play it 3 times, and then see how it is. But within that time, it was about 24 minutes, and that's kind of how I got through it. So this one I was kind of using it again, but for me, like I wanted to do it 3 times, just like how I would race. I wanted to do it 3 times, but like I can't really do it because yeah, I'll be rushing through, and if it's shorter, like the video, like there's nothing wrong with that, and like I that's what in my subconscious is just like I saw the video yesterday and it was like 25 minutes and I was like, oh, that's like really short, but I really need to but like to understand like it's actually a good video, you know. Um, but anyway, that's kind of what I just wanted to say. And it's a little bit. I kind of have to remind myself too, like when I watch the videos. So, because like I see the minute marks and like I don't know, and I do know the people really enjoy the long plays, like when everything is done and finished, and then I put up a video and it's like 8 hours or 9 hours. I know people really appreciate that. Um, so I really want to keep it at a good pace, and I don't want to make a video where it's so big where I can't even handle it. You know what I mean? Just making it. So right now we got 16th place in Little Rock. I think I'm gonna do it again. Um, Let me think. Okay, we'll just move forward. I don't think the ring changes. Like I think the flags and stuff. But I guess it's a fresh new coat of paint or something. Um, 43 Magic Train. Magic Train's crazy. But anyway, we're gonna try. Um, it's just like when I fall off a bull, the bull like it really gets to me. It really gets to me, you know. But it's the same thing. Like when I pitch, and if I do poorly, I get upset. But guys, I'll tell you, um, when it comes for the pitching, one of my early videos, I rage quit. Like I only got like 3 strikes, and it was like the 5th inning. 3 strikeouts, and it was like the 5th inning. I stopped the video. Like, so like the rage is still there, and I need to work on that. If that makes any sense. I can't be rage quitting like when, so like this game is like really teaching me a lesson. Like when I lose, like I really just want to start over and like make another. But I think there's a lesson to be learned in not doing that. Gotta get that grip. Oh, I felt like I had control. I was able to stay on, but did you see it? Kind of lagged. It kind of lags like when I was doing the button things. It kind of lagged. But that was like the first, like, it was like 2 days ago. I was playing MLB, and I did that, and I didn't really consider it a rage quit. I considered it of like, cause the game, I was just like, I'm not doing so well, and this isn't gonna make a good video. Therefore, I gotta cut it off, and then start all over. And then I remade the video. But that was the issue. Like, I justified the rage quit, and I haven't rage quit in a very long time, and like I was a bit upset with myself. But I was like, I like, cause I did it so quick, and I just glossed over it, remade the video, and then just ended it. And then I was looking back at the footage, and I was like, that's a rage quit. Like, if you get really down in the details. And anyway, I'm trying to be a better person. And you know, they're like, I did watch the video when I was playing this. There was part where I was doing really bad, but I was able to come back up and like finish it. Like, but I'd rather have that mentality. Okay. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. I get it. I get it. Like if it's a computer game, like you could do it. It's not an issue. But like, for me, it's a big issue. and because I know, because it's like the people like I hung out with, all the people, they all rage quit, they all get upset, everybody's been there, but that spot, like, it's just, you never overcome it. It's like, just because it's a computer, you know. Like, I can't do it anymore. I can't be, I need to finish the set, like, you know what I mean? You know? Like, I get, like, when, when you, like, this is like explaining, like, this is a lot to explain. So, like, when you're very high level and you're playing with the same people who are at the high level, most of the time you basically are with the same people, so you kind of know your guys' schedule, like how you guys work. So if it's a game and it's getting really bad, like, surrendering is not, it's not the worst thing. It's just like, hey, we're all still pretty good at this game. We want to keep my elo. We'll just give the win away. And it's like, we're not wasting time in a set that's going to be a blowout. Does that make sense? We want a good... I kind of understand that. But when you're not... I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had to be real. Like, I ain't at that level, bro. You know? I'm just not. And like, it's because I would act like I'm at that level, and then I'd rage quit out and just start all over, you know, instead of building. Like, I know when it's like, it feels a little bit hopeless and you build it and you drop back down and you gotta come back up. Like, but that's like, you know, it's part of the mountain. I like that. It's part of the mountain. It's part of the climb. Sheesh. Yeah, I didn't do so good. I got... That might put me in second place. Let's hope. Okay, I got another bull ride. Alright. Don't be such a tryhard. Like, I get that, but like, I'm pretty, like, deep down, I'm very competitive, and like, lately, this past like year, no one is as competitive, and I'm just like, You got one life to live. Like, you need to compete. Does that make sense? Drop me down to second. Like stop being such a tryhard. Like, I'm not gonna let that person like stop me from trying harder. And I'm not out here being like, I'll outwork you. Like, I'm not doing any of that. You know, I'm in my own lane. Who's playing this? Huh? Literally in my own lane. Okay, we'll try this one again. Try to get first. All right. Those are some wild bulls. It's just I couldn't get the grip in the beginning. I don't think I've landed 3 perfects. It's just one of those days. Like, I'm gonna try every time. Why would I not? Like, that focus, like, I don't want to lose that. Where you're just like, oh, whatever, dude. And then, like, okay, those whatever games is like when I'm, having fun, I'm hanging out. That's when I do it. But, like, it's time to get that grip just right. Okay. Alright, that's one ball. I just thought about this. Like, if you're bull rider, 4 bulls. After one, I'll be like, I'm good. 4 bulls? That is some mental fortitude for sure. 4 bulls? Sometimes it's more. Like, you could get a re-ride. Like, if it kicks the chute or whatever, you get a re-ride. Like, that's crazy. This is no joke. It really isn't. Do you got what it takes, mister? I don't know. You don't even reach. Wait, I know, I get it, but it's like it's not really an issue. Like, but the rage quit, like the rage happens, and it's very like a lot of the games I want to play, and the games like I tell my friends I like to play is the games that I get very frustrated and I want to throw the controller. Like I think a lot of like I think a lot of you guys haven't experienced like rage quitting, like especially if it's offline. Like people say Dark Souls, but I guarantee you, bro. Like, okay, find the Dark Souls you haven't played. I'm telling you, I encourage you guys, please find a Dark Souls you have not played. Buy a gamer guide or a manual for it and play like that. Don't look at a video. Don't look at what people's opinions are, and play the game. See if you can actually beat it. It's like, it feels impossible, you know? And I understand the skill, the mental fortitude of like some people are just really good at playing games. But the majority of people, like me, not really. And like, you can't, the people who talk about Dark Souls, like they say, if someone says it's tough, people just don't care. And it kind of hurts. It really hurts. Like, the community, like, I'm like, you kind of hurted me. Like, I really wanted to get into it. Like, into playing this, but the mental fortitude, they're just like, go watch a YouTube video, go, like, it's always watch someone else play. I want to play. Does that make sense? Like, maybe like, I don't understand the philosophy of Dark Souls, like what it's about, like, or something. But like when you play Monster Hunter, there's a huge learning experience hump, and people understand it, and they say good luck to you, man. Good luck hunting, bro, because they know that what it takes to get there. But the same thing with that, like, you need to be online. You need a guide for it. So it's just like, is this game really, like, being honest, like 100%, is this game really made for people to understand without outside sources? I understand not a lot of games need to be like this simplistic thing. Like, I get it. Like, not everything is like Super Mario. But like, does every single Dark Souls I have to go online? I have to be online to learn how to play it? Does every single one? You're able to carry the knowledge with you. Okay. I understand. But that huge hurdle in the beginning, you know, no one, I feel like no one talks about that. It's like the gamer's like shame. Like, you're shamed because you find something hard. It's true. It's like this. I don't understand it. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, when I used to play games would make me cry. Like, it was tough playing these games. And it's like, I literally, like, now it's like you get to a point where, like, you look for a game that doesn't want to make you feel those emotions and make you cry, and you dodge, like, I'm dodging and weaving, right? All right, I think I got another bull though. I think I got 2 more bulls actually. Anyway. Like, I literally can't be honest. Like when I had my friends and stuff, I couldn't even be honest about that, because everybody glosses over. It's easy. It's easy. Like, I'm like, what is this? It's a lot of, like, it's a big ego investment. You know, help the struggling gamer. You know, I'm not saying go to his house and beat the level for him. There is a guidance, a guidebook. Guys, they don't make those anymore. Like, I don't understand. You guys need to realize that. Like, when they're creating games now, they're just thinking that you're gonna go on to YouTube and play. Like, YouTube's the guidebook for gaming. Like, you need to realize that. Like, YouTube is the manual, and I don't know how I feel about that. It makes it there is huge benefits to it. I understand there's huge benefits for YouTube and videos. There's humongous benefits for the game. But when the game is made directly for YouTube as the guide to navigate through the game, there's a problem. Like most AAA games, they don't do that. And it's probably because of they know that's why they have the most sales. That's why they make the most money. The money. Anyway, let's ride this bull. Like, if you are making a game, like, think about making a guide with it. Like, and I know it's, like, more work, but I think you would, I think there's things like you don't think about, and you will start thinking about it in actual game. Then you start realizing a lot of games out there are like, they're not what people think are good games. They're not really. Wait, hold on. Do you think that Cyberpunk 2077 is a better game because it has a guidebook? It's a very tough. But like, it's possible to beat the game from start to finish. Yes, it will crash. It's a terrible experience, but you can play the full game with the guide offline. Does that make sense? It's rage inducing. Like, you probably would want to get your money back. Like, is it worth that money? Is it worth that much? It probably isn't. But when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to, like, Monster Hunter, there's no guidebook. And to play the full game, I tried Monster Hunter World. I played that game with no guide, with zero experience. And it's not the best. It's very difficult to understand. Like, if you were, like, into JRPGs and stuff, but it's like, it's pretty difficult. It's a big learning curve, and I wish there was a guide for it. Yeah, there's other people who make a guide, but the official strategy guide from the company says you could use this. You could use this, bro. You know what I mean? You want to get from the source, it's very difficult. Alright, I think I got another bull. Yeah, I got another bull. It's not a big issue. Like I said, like these days, we live in the 21st century. It's not very hard to get to find videos and stuff of people beating these parts of these levels and stuff like that. But that time of, like, just think about those times where you were sitting there and you probably had a guide, or you were trying to figure out something and you was word to mouth as a kid. Those are your favorite games, and then you're like sitting here and you're like, why don't I have my favorite games anymore? It's because the formula of how you look up games and how you research games is different. It's totally different now. I got this. Guys, I saw a video of a guy, he fell off the bull and he fell like straight on his back, knocked him out. Knocked him out. I've never seen that. I was like, that's pretty scary. Like getting knocked out. That's all I hope. Like if I'm on the bull and I get like maybe like the bull I get like and I fall off, I just don't knock out. That's when it's scary. That's when it's like I was like, that's scary, like getting knocked out. So anyway. Okay, we got first. There isn't really a lot. Yeah, there's really not a lot of gamer guides. There's not. And like I've seen a few videos. See, we're going back to videos. I've seen a few videos of a guy talking about it and like how much it's appreciated. Like, I think Pokemon still does it. I hope so. But it's just the when you have different options, you could reach more people. Does that make sense? Like the formula, like how I got into Dark Souls, there's probably a formula, the people, the what they watch on YouTube of how they got into it. You know? But it's not the worst thing. Anyway, I'm going up above 25 minutes. But yeah, so I think I am gonna keep the stages. I think I'm gonna keep it on two stages. I don't know how many bowls we were at. We were at full bowls. But yeah, like just for like rage quitting, like just want to say like the games are tough, and that like they don't want you to do that. A lot of games they penalize you for that. And like moving past that is one of there's not really a lot of like people really don't talk about it. People don't. It's kind of because it's red meat. It's funny when you watch someone rage quit. It's funny, you know. And it's satisfying. Like if you saw me just slam my controller, finally, you guys be finally he finally rage quit, you know. And it's like it's kind of like we wait for those moments, you know. And I'm never afraid to be upset. I'm not hiding the emotion. I think it's an emotion that's there, and it can be used as it's used to be it's used to tell you like where like you need to compete. It's competitiveness. It's the passion for it. And when I see people that's what I see. I see people who are very passionate about something, but you gotta that fuel, like you gotta figure out what to do with that fuel, you know. Find a rider, buddy. hey, don't give in everything. But anyway. Anyway, so we got first in Little Rock. So Tacoma, we'll do Tacoma, Washington. We'll do Tacoma, Washington, and then we'll do the falls. We'll see if we get there. I think that's it. I think this is a better formula. It kind of shakes it kind of gives me a little space so the bulls, like I'm not thinking about a wrench in the mix. Because when you think about a wrench in the mix, then you think of every ride as that ride that's going to make you lose instead of the ride that's going to make you better or something. So it's a weird like form. Like to me, it like bull riding. It's a lot of like it's very random, but you have to somehow. It's like chaos theory. You got to put a small fix of order in the chaos and then let it loose. I don't know. It's an interesting thought, but anyway, good riding. Good riding.